Hey boys and girls, today we have two great stories about one of my favorite fairy tale princesses, Rapunzel. I'm not in these stories, but I love them so much. I wanted to share them together with you and ask you if you remember what breaks the spell on Rapunzel in both versions of the story, okay? Here we go.
Once upon a time, a wife and a husband were about to have their first baby girl. They were so excited. They had the nursery ready, stocked with a ton of toys, blankies, and a whole bunch of diapers. But expecting a baby made the mommy very hungry for all kinds of the strangest foods. She wanted pickles with ice cream and pineapple with barbecue sauce.
Pickles and ice cream? Ew.
One day, she told her husband she wanted to eat some of the Rapunzel flowers that grew in the yard next door. He couldn't say no to his lovely wife, and he thought his neighbor wouldn't mind. After all, it was for a mommy who was gonna have a baby. So he started clipping some of the Rapunzel flowers from the yard. Just as he was pulling the last sprout from the ground...
Ah! A witch!
Oh, I might have forgotten to mention, their neighbor was a witch.
And why are you pulling up all my Rapunzel flowers?
The man explained about his wife's hunger, and the witch said,
Very well, I shall let you have the Rapunzel plant. Go ahead, take it.
The man thought,
Oh, how nice.
but it seemed kind of fishy, because witches are usually mean, right?
What's the catch?
No catch, but there is a curse.
What was that?
It's important to put the baby first.
Oh, I thought you said something about a curse.
No, I said put the baby first and then buy your wife a purse.
Oh, good. Sounded like you said curse. But okay, thanks for the Rapunzel.
The witch cackled with delight. She did say curse, and the curse was that their baby would be trapped in a tower forever. The end. Just kidding, that's not the end at all. Fast forward many years, and the curse came true. And the baby, now a girl, was still trapped in the tower. Her name was Rapunzel, just like the plant. The witch who controlled the tower wouldn't let Rapunzel cut her hair, so it grew and grew until it nearly filled up the tower. Sometimes Rapunzel would get so lonely she would twist and shape her hair like dolls and pretend they were her friends. She named Harry, spelled H-A-I-R-Y, and Harriet, H-A-I-R-I-E-T, you know, like hair.
How was your day, Harriet? Oh, how very interesting. More tea, Harry?
Sheesh, I guess you get pretty bored when you're stuck in a tower forever. Rapunzel also watched a lot of YouTube videos about how to do different things with hair. She tried updos, side dos, down dos, pretty much any do you could find. At least the witch brought her new hair products from time to time. Whenever the witch came to visit, she would call up,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
and she would climb up Rapunzel's hair like a rope. One day, a prince was riding through the forest when he heard the most beautiful singing. It was Rapunzel singing a song to keep herself company. The prince looked all around, but all he saw was the tall tower with no door or ladder. Just then, the witch appeared and called up to the top of the tower.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
The prince watched as the most beautiful hair dropped from the tiny window that was oh so high up. He was shocked to see the little old witch climb up and go through the window. He waited patiently to see the owner of the beautiful hair. He waited for hours. Finally, the witch left, and as she was climbing down, the prince saw Rapunzel's face in the window, and she was, as he suspected, the most beautiful girl in the world. He waited a bit and then called up in his best witch voice. Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair!
Again? Did you forget something?
I just wanted to tell you something really cool. Rapunzel knew that wasn't the witch. She looked out and saw the prince.
Hey, you're not the witch. What do you want? Are you a salesman or something?
He explained that he just wanted to meet her. She admitted she was lonely, and so she let him climb up. But only after he went to the store and got her some snacks and cards and magazines. And they played Go Fish for a while and ate fruit snacks, chips and pretzels until they got a tummy ache. The prince convinced Rapunzel that she should escape, and he had the perfect getaway plan. First, he had to cut off all of Rapunzel's beautiful hair, which was a huge bummer. But Rapunzel didn't even cry one tear. She was too happy to be getting out of the tower to cry. They made their escape down her beautiful hair, which they had tied securely to the bedpost inside. They left the thick, shiny braid hanging, just waiting for the witch. And finally she arrived.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your... Oh, well, there it is. Never mind.
She climbed up. Once she was in the tower, Rapunzel and the prince grabbed the braid, hopped on the prince's horse, and yelled, "Go!" pulling the braid free and leaving the witch trapped forever.
Oh no!
They rode the horse far, far away. Rapunzel used her chopped off hair to make handsome wigs, which she sold to all the bald men in the prince's kingdom. She saved up her money and she opened her own salon called Rapunzel's Tower, even though it was a regular non-tower building with a door and everything. I hope you like super happy endings because guess who showed up at the beauty shop one day? Rapunzel's real parents. They were so happy, but wait, it gets even happier. Rapunzel and the prince got married and had their own baby girl and a boy named Harriet and Harry. And by the way, Harry and Harriet had great hair. The end.
All right, kids, have a seat in a chair or a couch. It's fairy tale time. Once upon a time, no specific time, just once, there was this girl who was trapped under a nasty spell by a nasty witch. Her name was Rapunzel. Anyway, this witch wanted to keep Rapunzel forever and ever and never share her with anyone else because Rapunzel was so sweet and so perfect. So, in addition to keeping her in a massive tower, the witch cursed her with very, very long hair. Hair that grew almost 2 feet every day. And all that hair weighed so much that Rapunzel absolutely couldn't leave. All she could do was hang around and solve jigsaw puzzles. Well, one day a handsome prince came looking for her and he called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what's up?"
I could use a little help up here.
"Throw down your hair, princess. I will save you." And so he climbed up Rapunzel's hair, used some of it to tie up the nasty, nasty witch, and then used a bow and arrow to shoot the end of the hair down to a tree to create a zip line and zip line the girl to safety. Once they were safe, the prince gave her a chocolate kiss, which not only broke the spell and made her a princess, but also made her start square dancing. And that is how Rapunzel was saved. The end.
Wow, I think I could hear Rapunzel stories all day and never get tired of them. Did you remember what broke the curse in both stories? Cutting her hair did the trick both times. And that's all our stories for today, kids. But click over here and you can see many, many more. See ya! Bye!